Hi, this is Juan from JuanTutors.com. Welcome to my totally free office hours. Today we're working on the January 2017 Algebra 1 Common Core Regents. If you want to access these exams anywhere in the world, go to nysedregents.org and click on the appropriate link. All right, let's get started. Here's number 22. The method of completing the square was used to solve the equation 2x squared minus 12x plus 6 equals 0. Which equation is a correct step when using this method? X minus 3 squared equals 6, x minus 3 squared equals negative 6, x minus 3 squared equals 3, or x minus 3 squared equals negative 3. Try the problem on your own, see if you get the correct answer, and if you do, hit the like button. This is the advice that I'll give you, and this is a very big piece of advice. These are all contain x minus 3 squared. So the right side are all the same. So this could be invalidated by just one test value. That's it. So if you get even one x coordinate that makes this equation true, in other words, you find one root of this equation, then you could plug that in and just evaluate which answer of these is incorrect. So, and how can you do that? The non-standard way, I would say, is to graph it. But I mean, there is no standard way. Just graph it. See what the roots are, right? Y equals. Let's clear that. Let's clear that. And let's go for 2x squared. 2x squared minus 12x plus 6. And then I'm going to graph this. I'm going to zoom standard it. It looks like there's a root of so second calc, I'm going to calculate the 0. Enter. Enter. And then I'm going to guess. So around 0.550. Did I plug this in correctly? 2x squared minus 12x plus 6. Yes. Okay, so then, all right, so then 0.55. X equals 0.55. So plug this x equals 0.55 into each one of these and see which one of these gives you the correct answer. It's not going to be this one. I'm sorry, it's not going to be this one because this one will give you something bigger. This one will give you something positive, right? And the roots are real. The left side will be positive. It's not this one because the left side is positive. Again, the roots are real. So it's going to be either 1 or 2. Anyway, so plug it in and see what happens. So 0.55 minus 3, enter, squared is around 6. So that's going to be the answer. So that's a non-standard way of doing the problem. But let's make sure we actually know how to do this problem via the completing the square method, because they really enjoy asking questions about this. So 2x squared minus 12x plus 6 equals 0. The first thing you do is get rid of the coefficient of x squared. So I divide everything by 2. And I get okay, x squared minus 6x plus 3 equals 0. Then you isolate the terms that have an x. So I subtract 3, okay? And I got x squared minus 6x equals negative 3. And that's where the negative 3 on the left came from. And then the 3 on the left, not on the left, on the right. And if they put the 3 on the right, and maybe people just like put a plus sign in front of it, which is totally incorrect math. But what we do here, we write b is equal to negative 6. b over 2 is equal to negative 3. And b over 2 quantity squared is then, well, negative 3 squared is 9. So we add 9 to both sides. And we get x squared minus 6x plus 9 equals negative 3 plus 9 is 6. Okay, and then the reason we do this is because this adding b over 2 squared is the exact value that we can add to the left and the right, so that we can factor this as a perfect square, which is why it's called completing the square. This is a perfect square. And what perfect square is it? X, and then plus b over 2, which is negative 3, so minus 3 squared. That's it. So there's our answer. That confirms it. Let's finish this so that we know how to complete this problem in general. So the square root of both sides, it'll get rid of the squaring operation. The squaring operation eliminates information about whether the original number was positive or negative. So always remember this. If you take the square root of both sides, you need to consider both the positive and the negative square roots. So x minus 3 equals plus or minus radical 6. And if you want to consider only one of those, you have to give a reason why you should only consider like the positive square root or only the negative square root. There has to be a reason. Anyway, so we add 3 to both sides, and we get x equals 3 plus or minus radical 6. And those are the two roots. And if you plug in 3 plus or minus radical 6, let's say 3 plus radical 6 into the equation that we got as the answer, 3 plus radical 6 minus 3 is radical 6. Radical 6 squared is 6, and that confirms that that's the answer. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're watching from one of our playlists, hit the fast forward button to start the next video right now. If not, go to youtube.com, search for JuanTutors.com, click on the name, and definitely hit the subscribe button, and click on the bell if you want to receive notifications when we post new videos. And scroll to the bottom. All of our playlists are going to be right at the bottom. Just click on the appropriate playlist and play all the videos from there. And if you feel like you need a little extra boost with tutoring, go to our website, check out our testimonials, and if you feel like we're right for you, you can click on the Contact Us link and contact us straight from the page. Thanks for watching.